It's time for High Key Low Key.
All right, time for High Key Low Key. I always forget what we do though. We go High Key Low Key.
It's time for High Key Low Key. There's a drop.
It's a drop. Okay. So I always mess that up. So high key, the Lakers are going to fire Luke Walton, and low key, they should not hire Jason Kidd. So Jason Kidd was on the jump yesterday talking about, if the yellow and purple, is that what they call it?
Purple and gold.
Purple and gold.
Yeah.
Why do people get so specific about the hue?
If they name the color,
yellow.
It's a name.
Oh, really?
Notre Dame is old gold and navy blue. It's old gold.
Of course it's old
and
gold.
Kelly Green. You know what I'm saying? It's a thing. You're gonna name it. Let's not do it. We're trying to go. Just go through the thing. Go through the. He was looking thirsty on the jump. Continue.
Anyway, he was referring to if the purple and gold come calling, you answer. Which in the coaching perspectives, of course, he's totally right. Of course, if the Lakers call him, he's going to go coach the Lakers. Why would he not go coach the Lakers? That makes perfect sense. Now, from a player perspective, you may have other opinions about whether that's a good spot for you or not.
Right.
So that's kind of I'm not going to pick apart his words as far as that goes. But what I don't understand about the Jason Kidd hire is while Jason Kidd was, if you just compare Luke Walton's record and Jason Kidd's record in the last just call it their last 3 seasons.
Right.
Jason Kidd was more successful. He obviously had better talents, if you want to break that down, except for this year where Luke had LeBron, which would trump those, but then LeBron was injured. So it's like, what are you really looking for here?
It's in the East as well.
When you look at Jason Kidd, what is it that you're gaining that you don't have with Luke Walton? Unless Jason Kidd has some secret deep connection with LeBron James that we don't know about. I don't know. If that's the case, cool, awesome, hire Jason Kidd. I feel like at this juncture where the Lakers are, nothing makes sense to me except for what Earl was talking about. Whoever coach they bring in has to be able to connect to LeBron on such a deep, soulful level, or at least on a level where it's like you're going to do whatever it is I say. You have to keep LeBron happy. We have seen what happens when LeBron is unhappy with the coach. It's a disaster. It can't work.
We've seen it every year, it feels like, though.
But that's what it is. If LeBron's not vibing with the coach, it's not happening. On top of you don't have the players that you need. So to me, who they hire is not as important. Their resume isn't as important as their relationship with LeBron. That's all that it comes down to. Forget everything else you've done. What's your relationship with LeBron? Actually, forget. Why am I asking you? LeBron, what is your relationship with this guy? It doesn't even matter. That's it. That's all that matters to me. So when I look at Jason Kidd, no name is going to excite me that they could possibly hire. There's no one, unless it's Hubie. That would be actually very interesting. But if you're, other than that, there's no name that's going to excite me. This idea of Doc Rivers, Doc Rivers is a great coach. Doc Rivers would be an upgrade for most teams. But why is Doc Rivers even in the conversation as the coach for the Lakers? Does he have a relationship with LeBron? Because otherwise it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you are. You got to have a relationship with LeBron. All right, moving on. High key, big baller brands. The story is so sad. Low key, why are you happy about this sad story? Why are you happy?
Yeah, what are you celebrating?
All right, here's the thing. If you didn't hear, basically, a guy named Alan Foster, who was very close to the family, who we have both met.
Been in this room.
He has been in this room, correct. He has actually been in this room. You are right about that. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
He's been in this room. Yes. So, again, very, very shocking. Allegedly stole $1.5 million from Lonzo.
Can't find it.
They can't find it. And he had some criminal past, and it's a whole thing. And Ramona Shelburne reported on it, and now they're discussing ending the whole enterprise, just folding Big Baller Brand. Lonzo and his brothers deleted all the Big Baller Brand stuff from their page, allegedly unfollowed their dad. There's a whole thing. There were some reports that Lonzo had warned LeVar about it, and that nothing was done. Who knows what the actual inside story within the family of how that went down is.
Right.
I'm going to assume there's some missing parts to the story, just having been around the Ball family at all. And I'll just say this, it's shocking. And I know there were people who are always rooting for LeVar to fail. Because LeVar is unapologetic and he's loud and he proclaimed things and he said things that people didn't agree with, like he could beat MJ in one-on-one, which hasn't happened, so technically he's not a liar yet.
No.
And I mean, look, he did great things for his son. Whatever you want to say about LeVar, Lonzo's on the map because of LeVar. Lonzo is a great player at UCLA. became what he was because of LeVar.
Yep.
That's facts. And you can argue anything about it. You're wrong. That is a fact. What happened with them happens to literally everyone on planet Earth. At one point or another, you're going to get scammed, whether it's for $5 or whether it's for 1.5 million or whether it's for 100 million. There's Ponzi schemes aplenty. Give it a Google. Happens to rich people, very, very smart people who have invested in billions of dollars. It happens to lots of people. So this is not something where it's like, oh, you know, you should have known better. Okay, maybe, but probably not, because it happens to everyone. Everyone has a story where they're like, yeah, I got scammed. Yep, I thought this was happening, and it wasn't. And it's sad because people rooted so hard against this whole enterprise and this whole idea. And I think we've always been on the same page. Like, it's like rooting for the man. Like, what? What are you doing? Who does that?
Right, his name's the man.
Who roots for the man?
Yeah,
like,
don't do that.
Who are you? What do you just like you're like the person who likes paying taxes?
Right. The man raised you.
Like you like
Did the man raise you?
You like having all of the rules against you to like fail. Like you like being controlled by corporate America. Like cool. You sound like a hoot at a party. I mean, what is that? What is that mentality? It's so sheep. And I'm not saying that you have to like LeVar, you have to agree with everything that he says or does, but the idea that, you know, you could go out and create your own and as a black man go out and create your own in the face of having millions of dollars on the table in front of you. And it's not about being controlled. Like having a contract with Nike is nothing to be ashamed of. Like that is an incredible accomplishment and it's great. And I will take a contract with Nike right now. Like
King James got a lifetime one.
Right. I'm not speaking ill of that in any way. I'm just saying if you want to create your own thing, you should be enabled and encouraged to do that. And like having people root against you, I get it. Like there's haters out there. I don't understand how haters think. Like it's not a journey I want to take. Like follow the white rabbit. Not interested. Like whatever y'all do is your thing. I don't respect it, but I feel you. Like it's something inside you got to work out with yourself. So you hate on other people. It's cool. Like I mean, I know it's a thing. I don't get it. Like I'm saying, but like it's a thing. Anyway, I'm just saying. Like I feel bad for him. I feel bad for the whole family. Yeah. It's a scam artist. Like it's sad.
Now,
That's it.
I want them to get it figured out because the splits are like 16 goes to LeVar, 16 goes to Allen, and 51% goes to Lonzo. So
yeah, I mean, and the tricky part is that he's involved business wise.
Yeah.
But
I still want to support Lonzo and the Ball family, and that's why I plan on doing
big
that. Big baller brand,
right. Yeah. But like I don't know what's going on within their family thing. Like I have no idea what's going on with that. Like just surface based on reports. That's how I feel about it. And again, like I don't understand the mentality about rooting for other people to fail when they're trying to create something new. Like you should only encourage that. It doesn't affect you in any way. You can still buy Nikes if it doesn't work out. You know what I'm saying? All right, high key. Women's WrestleMania is going to be lit. I'm calling it Women's WrestleMania now. From now on, from this point forward, it shall be known as Women's WrestleMania.
Love it.
They have the marquee end of WrestleMania match is all women divas, I believe.
Yeah,
that's what we refer to them as.
Divas.
And low-key Gronk is going to be there for show.
Ooh.
For show.
Gronk with a cameo wrestler. Oh yeah, he's here. Book
for show. Yeah. I mean,
Rob.
Yes, he's going to be a part of wrestling in some way or another. Like there's there's smoke, there's fire. All right. So and this is happening. And right now, I like what's more appropriate Gronk reference? There's like Apple vape. There's fire. Okay. I don't know. Gronk. I'm sure Gronk doesn't vape. It's just that was a horrible joke.
I wouldn't say Gronk doesn't vape. You know what I mean?
I have no information on whether he vapes or not. I'm just saying, like, the sad, like, when I really knew society as a whole was starting to just truly deteriorate is when I saw, like, the vaping contest. Have you ever seen that? There's, like, literally vaping championships.
How does one win? Like, empty?
Whoever, I guess it's a judgment system, and you inhale whatever it is. The vapors. Yeah. And then you create... As if like you're Gandalf. Remember when Gandalf would use the pipe?
So it's like a cloud-based quantity.
It's vape art.
Vape art. I see Gronk hosting judging a vape art contest.
That I could see.
Yeah,
I could see.
Gronk gonna be the main host. Y'all,
no,
Rob Lowe, everybody, y'all get y'all things while y'all can.
Whatever,
Gronk coming from the spot.
Yeah, whatever.
Yes.
If you are an
deal, no deal.
Yeah, Gronk is about to host everything, and he will. I would put heavy money on him being at WrestleMania this year.
Look at those odds.
But yeah, so the women are closing out the main events of WrestleMania. It's the first time in the 35-year history. Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair in New Jersey on April 7th. Yeah. One day we'll get around to not having to do the first of things, but we're not there yet.
Yeah. And also, like, when it happens, I think a little mention like this is good. Like, they're all monumental, but the more we bring it up how monumental it is, the more it makes us remember how ass backwards everything has been.
Right, yeah. We just say it. We just have to say it so then people remember that there are still firsts of things happening. So when you're like, oh my God, everyone's so sensitive. Like, well, we'll stop being sensitive when we're not like the first women's spacewalk. There's been female astronauts for, I don't know, like a couple years. Probably a while. Anyway, I'm actually excited about wrestling now because I like Ronda Rousey, and I don't think that wrestling fans are so in on Ronda Rousey. But
yeah, they're too purist.
I bought a Rowdy Ronda shirt. But it did not come as advertised. I didn't get the official one, and it was not as clear, so I haven't worn it yet.
Some say you got scammed.
I did. There you go. I was scammed. I was scammed by whatever Etsy dealer that was. I was about to say, some of y'all the cheap Rowdy Ronda shirt.
Yeah, some of y'all following like 10 accounts right now that's just waiting for a scam. They slow burning. They slow burning that scam.
Scammers will wait too. They wait, boy. They have the patience. Yeah, all of us should try to have the patience of a scammer.
Amen.
Right?
Amen. That's great.
Yeah.
Write that down.
Loser power rankings. Loser power rankings. These are the losers of the week. Okay. Here's the thing, New Orleans. I love you. All right. I love the city of New Orleans.
Yeah,
I'm positive I was a voodoo priestess or something in my past life. Okay. I've been many things.
Shouts out to Angela Bassett.
I've lived many lives. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I actually saw Angela Bassett. Sometimes here in LA, I might have told the story already. Sometimes here in LA, you will see things being filmed.
Yes, always.
It's a main business in Hollywood. So, but I forget. I really forget sometimes. So I'm driving down the street and I see this convoy because whenever they do car scenes out here, they have like police on either ends, to protect the public.
Right.
And she was driving.
But also get the shot.
Yeah. Right. And she was driving in a car. Angela Bassett.
911 outfit? Was she on 911?
I think it was for 911. That's what it looked like.
That show is good. It's a good bad. It's great. It's a great bad. Like,
I've not seen it.
Watching you like,
I've not seen it, but all I know is Angela Bassett is not like the rest of us.
No.
There's humans that are over here.
Yeah.
And then there's the rest of us.
Yeah.
And she is over there.
Because she looks like she does and she's 70.
In an elite class of special people that God has designated are above the rest of us.
Man.
And that is Angela Bassett. Like Julia Roberts is in that category. Angela Bassett.
Marissa Hargitay.
Yes.
She's up there.
Halle Berry.
I'm gonna stop there.
We can go on and on.
Yeah.
But the point is, she's over there. Anyway, don't know how we get started on this. New Orleans, yes. New Orleans has got to stop. All right, we feel you, and we were with you. And we fought the good fight with you, but it's enough, okay? And the problem is, this is my problem, it's going to trail over into the next season because we're done with it, okay? You had a bad call, and I know it's going to hurt, all right? It's always going to hurt, all right? I get it, all right? This happened to University of Miami, Ohio State. Terrible call, okay? Yeah. Terrible. Everyone agrees, all right? Even Ohio State people, even though they're going to, say stuff about it, they know that was a bad call, all right? Everyone knows it's a bad call. Can we all just say it's a bad call? Everyone in the room? It's like we're just agreeing. It's a bad call. Everyone agrees it's a bad call. All right, so can we just move on? All right? Sean Payton should have called pass interference, and then maybe you would have lost the next week, okay?
Man.
Or who knows what would have happened? Maybe you would have dropped it. Who knows, okay? Who cares? It's over. We're done with this. We've talked about it. It has been acknowledged. You need to let it go. It's time to let it go. It's like this is us having the intervention with you. We've sat you down. You are still obsessed with playing college softball. You swore that this was going to be your calling for life, and it is not. It's now time to quit all the leagues, okay? And you got to get a job. All right? That's what we're talking about here, okay?
Oh, my God.
Because Sean Payton, they're the league meetings right now, all right? And he's talking to the NFL competition committee, and he wants to expand the instant replay for pass interference calls. And I don't have that much time to live, Sean, all right? We don't have that much time on earth. I don't have that much time to watch football games. I have stuff to do. We have families. I have food to eat and stuff to do. I can't be sitting around waiting for all these refs to go over all these pass interference calls. Who wants to live like that? Nobody. We shouldn't have to suffer, all right? We did it. We stood up for you, and this is enough. Okay? It's done.
Fair point. That's just a fair point.
I mean, it just can't happen. And then, what's next? All right? What happens next? Then we start doing holding calls on offensive linemen. I don't have that much time on earth, okay? I can guarantee you that, all right? If I live 94 years, I don't have enough time to sit around and watch every single instant replay of every single possible pass interference call.
Bad call.
All right, next, Zion Cam. Now, in theory, Zion Cam is a great idea, right?
I mean,
Zion is a superstar. He has elevated the ratings, which we all love. He is going to be a star in the NBA. He's going to sell lots of tickets and merchandise, and he's going to make millions of dollars, and we are going to celebrate the greatness that is his talent, okay? Yes. But right now, he's not getting paid for it. So it's kind of like the thing where it's like, oh, that's such a cool idea, but he's still an amateur athlete, and you have a camera designated, you know,
the whole time
to just him, and you're not going to give him any money for all those ratings that he is clearly boosting from people watching him. It just feels, you know.
Just give him extra Duke dollars, whatever the dining hall thing is. We had Domer dollars at Notre Dame.
I can't remember what mine were called.
They're like, there's little things like give him an extra cupcake for the cam. You know what I'm saying? Some incentive to have the camera only on him the whole time.
Wasn't it so sad when you ran out of dollars?
Oh my gosh! I mean, you guys like how long? Can you
I had the meal plan.
Yeah, but the meal plan,
like the athlete meal plan. Yeah. So it was like then you have to go eat in that cafeteria where you don't have the extra dollars. Yeah,
we didn't have training table at Notre Dame until Coach Kelly got there. That's how like backwards Notre Dame's program was. So. Yeah, shouts out to Coach Kelly for training table.
Yeah, that's important. All right, and finally, the Giants. So Giants co-owner John Mara. He's objecting to the idea that Eli is still there out of loyalty. He said it really gets under my skin because it's absolute nonsense. Do I feel a certain amount of sentimentality? Sentimentality? Do I have some sentimental feelings towards Eli? Of course I do.
It's a Brandon word.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who uses that word in a sentence? Would I ever let that way get that in the way of making football? I'm done reading this stupid quote. The point is,
some stuff.
The point is he's saying basically he is not sticking with Eli out of loyalty. So what you're saying is you're sticking with Eli because you don't know how to make football decisions then. Because basically with a 5-11 record and having to just trade Eli and his QBR ranking leaving him at 25th amongst quarterbacks last season. What is your actual plan? Tell us what your plan is then. Now, there's a lot of time still between now and the draft, and maybe they make a move for Josh Rosen, and we all look stupid, okay? Right. Or really, this quote means nothing because you still are moving off of Eli. Right. My point is like, there was a point where I was very adamantly defending Eli. I thought the situation with Geno Smith and whatever rookie quarterback they had at the time, no way I remember his name.
Come on, Brandon.
Anyway, the point is they went to Geno Smith, which we know what Geno Smith is, so there's no need for that. And it's not gonna. This is Ashley's job. The point is, I was very upset with him breaking his streak for no reason because it wasn't going to save the season and it wasn't to develop a quarterback, and I thought it was a disaster. And we can blame McAdoo for that, all right? But he's not there anymore, and you're still making decisions that are inexplicable. So I'm okay with the trade to move off of Odell if that's what you feel like you need to do. But I think all Giants fans and just NFL fans in general are like, what's your plan? What is it? And nobody really has an answer. Like, you're sticking with Eli, cool. Why then? Because if it's not loyalty, this is acceptable to you moving forward. You think he's going to get better? I don't understand.
Trying to make running backs great again. Saquon, give the ball to Saquon every play.
Didn't they do that last year? Yeah, that was the plan last year.
And threw the ball to Saquon quite a bit last year too.
And they were 5-11. That's not getting you anywhere. So it's not good for any of us for the Giants to not be good.
No,
that's just facts.
Shouts to Davis Webb.
Davis Webb.
Thank you for that, Heller.